India in the 1960s was a landscape of high-volume production. The industry relied on a set of predictable, reliable formulas to keep theaters full. Raj Kapoor sat at the center of this system. Known as the showman of Asian cinema, his involvement in a project typically signaled a guaranteed return for investors. For the film Teesri Kassam, he was paired with leading star Wahida Rehman, while the music was handled by the chart-topping duo Shankar Jaikishan. The finished production went on to earn the President's Gold Medal, the nation's highest critical honor for a motion picture. Based on these variables, A-list leads, a hit music soundtrack, and federal recognition, the film met every metric for a box office success. Despite that pedigree, once the film was finished, Shailendra could not find a single distributor willing to buy the release rights. When it finally reached a screen, it did so without a marketing budget or public fanfare. It appeared in theaters and vanished almost immediately. This raises a difficult question. How did a project with these specific commercial advantages fail to even enter the market? Shailendra approached the role of producer as a lyricist first. He brought the sensitivity of a celebrated poet into a high-stakes business environment. He intended to adapt a famous Hindi short story with total fidelity to the original text, resisting the industry's pressure to alter the narrative for broader appeal. He had a history of this. During the production of a previous hit, he wrote a lyric referencing the 10 directions of the universe. Studio executives argued that audiences only understood 4 directions. They demanded he simplify the line to avoid confusing the public. Shailendra maintained that a filmmaker's duty is to improve the audience's taste rather than catering to it. He refused to simplify his work. Teesri Kassam followed that same path. It lacks the standard tropes of 1960s Bollywood. There is no loud melodrama, no artificial tragedy, and no calculated thrills. The film is built on quiet empathy and the internal lives of its characters, moving at a pace that mirrors real life. For distributors, a film is a calculation where 2 times 2 must equal 4. They look for easily marketable tropes, and they found no way to assign a value to the film's subtle emotional depth. Raj Kapoor understood the financial pressure his friend was facing. To prove his commitment to the project, he famously requested an advance of only 1 rupee, prioritizing the story over his usual salary. Kapoor abandoned his glamorous public persona to play Hiraman, a simple bullock cart driver who understands the language of the heart but not the logic of the world. The film's commercial struggle was a direct result of Shailendra's refusal to turn poetic empathy into a transactional business product. Navigating the demands of a profit-driven industry took a heavy toll. Teesri Kassam became Shailendra's only venture into film production. Over time, the film's reputation grew. Once the initial financial failure was forgotten, critics began to recognize the depth of the work. Today, historians often describe the film as a sequence of lyrics captured on celluloid, valuing its artistic integrity over its box office history. The production of meaningful, purpose-driven cinema remains a high-risk gamble. It is an effort that rarely offers immediate financial security to the person behind the camera. The film endures because it refuses to manipulate viewers. It reminds us what happens when a creator protects the honesty of a story.